Next is the ionization of weak acids and weak bases and the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. As we have discussed previously that drugs are either weak acids or they are weak bases. It means that they are ionized molecules when they are present in the water. And if they are ionized, it means that there is some electrical charge which is created on them due to their presence in the water. Because when ionized molecule is present in water, it results in a polar reactively water soluble compound, and this compound obviously is lipid insoluble complex. Now, lipid diffusion actually depends upon lipid solubility. The higher the lipid solubility, the more is the lipid diffusion. So, ionization of drugs basically reduces the ability to to permeate the membranes. When a compound is highly charged or it is ionized, it is difficult for that compound to permeate through a membrane. A very large fraction of drugs are weak acids or weak bases. So, for drugs, a weak acid is defined as a neutral molecule that can reversibly dissociate into an anion. It is a definition for a drug which is a weak acid. So you must keep in mind that it is basically a neutral molecule. A weak acid is always a neutral molecule that can reversibly dissociate into an anion. And what is an anion? It is a negatively charged molecule and a proton. So a acid upon acid is dissociated into a negatively charged molecules and a proton and a hydrogen. Let us see this example. It is the example of aspirin. It is a weakly acidic drug. So the neutral aspirin molecules is dissociated into a negatively charged aspirin anion and a proton that is positively charged. So a weak acid drug, weakly acidic drug like aspirin will always form a negatively charged anion and a positively charged proton. So, the opposite is the case in case of weak bases. A weak base is defined as a neutral molecule that can form a cation, a positively charged molecule by combining with the proton. Now, let us see an example of pyrimethamine, which is an anti-malarial drug, and let us see at this equation. Now, you can see and keeping in view the definition, it is defined as a neutral molecule. This is the neutral molecule. When this neutral molecule combines with the protein, it is forming a cation, that is a positively charged molecule. So pyrimethamine cation, which is a positively charged molecule, is formed by combination of a neutral pyrimethamine molecule with combination of proton H positive. So keeping in view the two definitions, that the what is weak acid and what is weak base, note that protonated form of weak acid is neutral, more lipid soluble form, that a weak acid is always neutral when it is protonated and it is the lipid soluble form, whereas if we talk about a weak base, its unprotonated form is a neutral form. So a weak base is always lipid soluble in unprotonated form. So according to law of mass action, the two reactions that we have studied earlier, it means that the reactions move to left in case of acidic environment, so that the molecule is a neutral molecule, low pH and excessive protons available, and to the right in case if in case of alkaline environment. So the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation basically relates this pKa, pH and the ratio of protonated to unprotonated form, and the equation that is generated here is that is pKa minus pH is equal to log of protonated to unprotonated form, the ratio of drug in protonated form and unprotonated form. Actually this equation applies for both acidic and basic drugs. Now pKa basically is the negative log of the dissociation constant. A lower pK value indicates a strong acid, and higher pK value is vice versa. So here if we see the example and we inspect it, it confirms that lower the pH value to the pKa, the greater will be the fraction of drug in the protonated form. It means for example the pKa is 4.5 and pH of the medium is 2.2. Now greater fraction of drug will be present in protonated form at this pH. So because as we have discussed previously, that drug unchanged form is drug is more lipid soluble, that drug is basically lipid soluble in its unchanged form. So more of a weak acid will be in lipid soluble form at acidic pH. The lower the pK of the drug, the more close it is to the pH of the medium. It is less in ionized form. It means that it is more uncharged, more in uncharged form, and it is more lipid soluble. Whereas if we talk about the basic drug, the basic drug will be in lipid soluble form at alkaline pH. It means that the if the drug is basic, it means it has a pK of above 7, 8, 9, 10. So if it has a pK of this, it will be present in less charge form in a basic medium. So in that particular medium, as it is present in uncharged form, it is more soluble as compared to that drug when it is present in the acidic medium, where it is present in charged form. One of the application of this principle is in drug excretion, in the manipulation of drug excretion by the kidney. As almost all the drugs are filtered from glomerulus. If a drug is in lipid soluble form, during its passage, when it passes through the renal tubule, it means that a significant fraction will be reabsorbed by simple passive diffusion, because the drug is in lipid soluble form, and lipid soluble form of the drug will easily crosses the lipid membrane, and all of these drug is basically reabsorbed. Now the goal here is to accelerate the excretion of the drug. If the drug is passing through kidney, it means that we want this drug to be excreted out of the body. So it is important to prevent this reabsorption from the tubule. So here what will we do as a result of this pH partitioning effect? Actually the process that is going here is that because of this pH partitioning effect, drug is entrapped in the urine. Now weak acids are usually excreted faster in alkaline urine. Why? Because the weakly acidic drugs are in charged form or in ionized form in the alkaline urine, and weak bases are excreted faster in acidic urine because of the same reason, because weak bases are in charged form, in ionic form in the acidic urine. Or other body fluids in which pH differences from the blood pH may cause trapping or reabsorption of the contents. It's the simple rule is that when a drug passes through a compartment, if it is in lipid soluble form, it gets reabsorbed, and if it is in charged form and it is passing through the kidney, then it will be excreted out from the body. So this is one of the application of Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. And if it is being reabsorbed via kidney, it means it is the process that we commonly known as ion trapping. This ion trapping means that drug is being reabsorbed in spite of being excreted out of the body. Here are some values of drugs, the pKa values of different weak acids, ionization constants of weak acids. You should remember some of these values. Uh, these are some references that are being used in this presentation, where 1 and 2 is written, particularly where you have studied the ionization constants of weak acids and weak bases. These data is on the based upon the references that are given in the last slide, and along with that, the lecture is being prepared from Basic and Clinical Pharmacology by Bertram G. Katzeng, and Pharmacology by Lippincott. You can take help from these two books, and you can also consult other books, but these lectures are being prepared from particularly from Basic and Clinical Pharmacology by Bertram G. Katzeng, which is a very well known book for pharmacology. Thank you very much. This is the first chapter, Basic Principles of Pharmacology, and it is being completed.